どうぞ먼저進めてください。箇所をちょっと進めてください。
Please exit on the right.
That's the train. That's the view. Down there. Cute little station checking as well. I'm guessing this is the map. I don't know what I was expecting. It was a mess. 驚きました. Holy actual shit. This is actually hard work. I wonder if it's picking up my heartbeat. I remembered to bring hiking shoes this time. The last time I went up one of the mountains near Seoul, I couldn't not skate around a lot of the time. This is extreme, this elevation. So what do you think? Oh, it's so nice to fly gimbal again. Let me tell you that for nothing. So it's leveled out a bit. Oh, we're going down a tiny bit even. Look at that. This is nice. By the way, Google Maps fails again, and Apple Maps for the win again. Google Maps wasn't giving me any direction. It just said no comprehende or whatever it says. But Apple Maps, I was like, here you go. Got me onto this cynical trail. Mind you, it's been much better on the bike too. Ohayou gozaimasu. Oh, not ohayou. Konnichiwa at this hour. I'm a bit silly like that. Just a bit excited to be nature bathing again maybe. By the way, my review of this Kyoto Samurai and Ninja Museum, it was not a museum. It was 4 or 5 rooms, one of which there's nothing but polystyrofoam plates where you can throw a ninja star into. Oh my god, is that snow? I just saw snow. Cheeky little snow. My review of the Kyoto Samurai and Ninja Museum is that it ain't a museum. It is 4 rooms. Maybe 6 if you count the cosplay / ninja star throwing rooms. And when I'm on these guided tour, I just feel like I'm in a HR induction of a new workplace, and I need to participate at times to show I'm paying attention. It's like, who's getting paid here? I like Kyoto Manga Museum. That was a lot less commercialized, and it was like a real museum with more than a couple artifacts of historic importance. The whole thing was pretty much of cultural and historic importance. So my review is 2 out of 5 stars for that place. And if you're really, really into ninjas, which they said nothing about, mind you, only that they were farmers, and then had a ninja star comp, and the best of 3 rounds got to keep their ninja stars. They even let us keep a bit of plastic. Let's see where this trail goes, shall we? I'm impressed so far. I can hear humans. I'm so stupid, I didn't bring a drink. I thought there was going to be a vending machine. Hope a amoeba doesn't get me in my stomach. Coming to the stark realization that This is gonna be pretty fucking dark when I return. Oh well, not the first time I've been in that situation before, hiking in the dark. Well, at least 3 times before. It's not ideal. Another case of me trying to fit too much into one day. By the way, I take back everything I said about the iPhone 15/16 Pro. These things are great. With Apple Log and Blackmagic Pro app. Just going into my first terrain change. Would you just look at it? For a Queensland, currently residing, born in New South Wales, Australia, this is something else. This is a real treat. Thank you again, Japan, for sharing this with me. Kirei da ne. I did read that some people were having to turn back. I didn't take much shock of that, but there's like slate or whatever that stuff is on the track. Yeah, maybe this time of year, unless you're not some super or bar-chan, like those 2 that I saw walking back with crampons on. I wish I'd done a bit of sneaky photography on them because they amazed me. Not recommended for people below moderate fitness level. Shit's a bit real. I'm still having fun though. I am slowing down a bit, but I think it flattens off in the next 300 meters, I think. This is actually a bit fucking hectic. Did someone say snow? Oh yeah, baby. In a t-shirt. This probably would have been even better in the morning. Haven't slipped over yet, but am having fun. Oh my God, this is great. Thank you for letting me do this, Elise. I love you. The silence is actually deafening. All I can see on the monitor is a little tiny trace of a heartbeat. Nothing else is being picked up. Have you heard of the story of Banzans? There was a master and a student. Banzans was walking in the snow with his master, and they stopped at a stream for a lunch of rice and vegetables. They were enjoying the serenity. But then all of a sudden, Banzan's mind became agitated. And he said, "Master, what's the meaning of Zen?" The master took a long pause. After that, he said, "Can you hear the stream in the distance?" He had to wait a little second, because Banzan's couldn't hear it at first. But then, he says, "Master, yes! I hear it. I hear the stream. I hear the river." And the master looks at him with a look that was both furious and kind and said, "Enter Zen from there." All chatter ended after that. And perhaps Banzan was struck with a satori moment, which means a sudden flash of inspiration after they resumed their walk. And a couple of hours later, Banzan said, as his mind became agitated again, "Master, what would have been the fate of me if I never heard the stream in the distance?" The master turned and looked him in the eye and said, "Enter Zen from there." You like that Zen story? It's one of my faves. I've heard Eckhart Tolle say it a few times, and I've got one of his quotes tattooed on my wrist. Allow this moment to be as it is. I have a very busy mind, so I can relate to Banzans, but occasionally I'm able to get satori moments too. What the heck is that? Doesn't sound good. have I made it to the shrine. I just slipped over, but as a consolation, that's really cute. I'm finding that bit super slippery, so I'm having to walk on the snow up the sides. It's a bit better. Almost there. So I just had a tuna and mayo on a giddy and a 3-pack of twisty donuts. Feeling revitalized, ready for the last, 300 meters I think it is. It's looking super cool. It's getting cold. Again, as you might notice with this jacket back on. It was so hot there before. It's some alpine shit right now. Just shows you don't need to go to Nagano for this kind of environment though. It's been a bit exhausting, I'll be honest. Maybe that's because of my poor preparation or my lack of fitness this time around. But loving it. Oh, my kingdom. Drink. I'll gladly pay that rip-off price. Kakari time, y'all. And that, my friends, is Mount Atago. Now I gotta see how I can get out of here. Thank you, friends and family. They're just having a leisurely stroll in the dark. When I'm not filming, I can hold on to this rope like that. Finding you really gotta step in some thick snow if you don't want to slip on your butt like I've already done twice. Yeah, so don't do this at dusk, people. Not a good idea. I've got to hike an hour and a half in this. And then I got to get a taxi back into town. I did not want to see that. So this is the most scared I've ever been in Japan. So a new one for today, and I still got like a third left to go of the map. Why do I do this to myself? No way. No way. Well, that was probably one of the biggest misadventures of my life. Not out of the woods yet either. Just thought I had a bear, hence why I'm carrying this stick. I went down the wrong way. I was on some abandoned train tracks. I went so far off track and then I had to go up this big steep hill full of snow. I think I got one of those train track tunnels on camera. I went to the bottom of it, there was all bats at it and it was a dead end. I was like, surely they're a way to the end. I'm gonna watch out I don't go off track again. I'm out of the woods. I think I've only got another K to go. Most of the bars on my phone charger. I just hope bears are still hibernating at this point, because I do not want to have a run-in with them. In hindsight, this is very poorly planned and poorly executed outing excursions. And I'm not doing this for the drama. It's not a drama channel. This is an adventure channel, and it's quickly become a misadventure channel. It's a diary too. I'm diarying my own remorsefulness right now. I promised at least I'd be even safer than usual. And look at me now. I'm getting to the closest town, and hopefully I can find someone who will call me a taxi there. So definitely a Baka Gaijin moment. I asked the staff at some monks or something at the top of the temple there. I asked them where to go, and they recommended this one. And I had some misgivings. They were almost going to invite me in to stay the night. So I was scared I was going to kill myself. The looks on their faces were right, because I almost did. There was one bit where the tracks were ruined and there was a fall off either side, so I could have slipped and slid down the icy hill like in some catastrophe movie. Alright, I'm going to shut up now. I don't want to attract any unwanted things. I'm super scared. The Japanese countryside at night. I don't know any of the sounds. Other people who have gotten lost? Maybe it's just, one guy. See, the thing is, I don't think I'm smarter than people like that. I actually think that could be me. I'm just apparently lucky this time. Yeah, not so zen now, am I? God, I hope I can laugh about this in the future. I think I can get rid of this bear belting stick now. I think it served its purpose. Also stopped me slipping on my butt too. If you're gonna hike a mountain in Japan, do it in the morning, like normal people do. Unless it's some very extenuating circumstances. And thanks for watching, thanks for listening to me. Hope I didn't tarnish what I said earlier when I had a little bit of euphoria. Hope I didn't come across as a complete idiot. Hopefully you can exercise cautions in your adventures in Japan. Don't be a Baka Gaijin like me. An otherwise medium level intelligence type person. I finally made it to Sagakiyo Tachicho, and from what the monks said at the shrine, I was under the impression that there would be some kind of hotel that I could make a phone call to a taxi from. This was not the case. It was a small little village of maybe 10 houses. Some I couldn't get to the doorways to knock and beg to help me. The first house I knocked on just straight up said night. No answer on the second house, and at the third house, after trying a few times, someone yelled Arri! I had to use every bit of Japanese language I knew to apologize, explain my predicament, explain that I was scared of bears, and request a taxi to be called for me. I offered 10,000 yen for the intrusion, but of course they did not accept this. They did give me a coffee and osenbei, however. They were an old couple, and they had their son there too. Fortunately, everything worked out in the end, but I was sore for 4 days after this. I feel like life has enough hardships, and you don't need to go making things harder for yourself by being stupid. I hope I can learn from this lesson, and maybe it will be a cautionary tale, and feel free to flame away if you want to. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.